Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are here for Friday, July 11, 2025. In the next episode, fans can expect Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, to be banned from seeing Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. Meanwhile, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, is disgusted by Penelope Poppy Nozawa's Romy Park, heartless reaction to her daughter's death. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Fans know that Luna bled out during surgery, but then Lai used Nozawa power and the paddles brought the patient back. After the surgery, Luna seemed to be alive. After Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, left the operating room, Luna supposedly died. It's not a case where people will be surprised. After all, Luna was shot. Bridget also mentioned that Luna has a long road of recovery ahead of her. So I'm guessing that Lai must do with Luna what she did when John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, died. In any case, everyone now thinks that Luna is dead. There will be relief for Steffi Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Messinswood. However, it gets complicated to those Luna was actually related to. Finn might be relieved, but he will also feel terrible that a young person's life ended up like that. Finn might also experience guilt over not being given the chance to be a positive influence in Luna's life when she was a kid. There is also Poppy, who said she was glad her daughter was dead. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for tomorrow's episode reveal that Lai will be disgusted by her sister's comment. Even though Lai didn't care for Luna, she was still family, and you just don't jump for joy when someone dies. However, maybe that is what prompts Lai to take action. Maybe Lai realizes that Poppy was what happened to Luna all along. There is also Bill, who hears about the shooting and rushes to the hospital. I imagine Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, or Hope Logan, Annika Noel, must call Bill. Right before the shooting, Hope and Carter were talking about Liam's loved ones. When Bill gets to the hospital, he tries to see his son. However, Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, block him. In Friday's explosive episode of The Bold and the Beautiful airing July 11, chaos erupts at the Spencer estate and the Finnegan household as secrets ignite rage, betrayal strikes deep, and a long-standing rivalry between two sisters reaches a devastating crescendo that may not only destroy a family, but leave Bill Spencer wondering if he's been played like never before. Just when Bill believed his life was finally coming together with a newfound sense of purpose in his relationship with Luna and what he thought was an authentic love with Poppy, the rug is ripped out from under him in a most public and humiliating fashion. Lai, never one to sugarcoat her contempt, unleashes a firestorm that scorches everything in its path and leaves no doubt that she believes Poppy's presence is a stain on their family's name. But while Bill attempts to keep the peace, he soon finds himself facing the wrath of both women, and then something even worse, the truth. The day begins with Bill basking in the glow of fatherhood, still reveling in the quiet moments he's had with Luna recently. He's finally begun to think that maybe he's been given a second chance, not just at being a dad, but at being a better man. And for once, he's letting his guard down, letting someone in without suspicion or manipulation. He's seeing Poppy through rose-colored lenses, assuming her return into his orbit is fate, a kind of destined reunion. But what Bill doesn't realize is that behind Poppy's warm, ethereal exterior lies a heart not of gold, but one blackened by years of lies, carefully constructed manipulations, and a past she refuses to reckon with. Poppy has worn the mask well, letting Bill believe she's the misunderstood free spirit, the peace-loving healer who was simply misunderstood by her stricter sister. But Friday's episode will shatter that illusion entirely. Lai has had enough. Her patience is gone, her warnings ignored, and her fears for her niece Luna reaching a critical level. She storms into the Spencer estate and publicly confronts both Poppy and Bill, armed not with speculation, but facts. In a fiery showdown that has echoes of the most brutal Forrester family feuds, Lye exposes what she's discovered. A damning piece of Poppy's past that Bill never saw coming. According to Lye, Poppy's wanderlust lifestyle wasn't just about chasing vibes and avoiding commitment. It was about avoiding consequences, financial misconduct, relationships with shady benefactors, and most damning of all, multiple instances where she used men as stepping stones and then vanished when it no longer suited her. He's not used to being blindsided, and certainly not by the woman he's invited into his home, into his heart, and into the life of the daughter he's just begun to bond with. His instincts are at war. Part of him wants to believe Poppy is innocent, that Lye is simply vindictive, jealous even. But as Poppy fumbles with her words, visibly shaken by Lee's accusations, something shifts in Bill's demeanor. He sees it now. The same patterns Lee's describing are right in front of him. The omissions, the vague stories, the emotional manipulation, and then, in a moment of sheer fury and heartbreak, Bill does something no one expected. He tells Poppy to get out, not just out of his house, but out of his life. Poppy is devastated, not because of what she's lost, but because she thought she had everyone right where she wanted them. For a moment, she almost did. Luna had begun to trust her again. Bill had dropped his guard. Even Lye had started to back off in recent days. But now, it's all gone, unraveling like a thread pulled from a silk garment. And the worst part? Luna walks in during the tail end of the confrontation and hears everything. The betrayal cuts her like a blade. Luna, who had spent weeks wondering who her real father was, hoping this was her time to belong somewhere, now feels like a pawn in a cruel game between adults who never cared what it would cost her. Her mother lied again, and this time there may be no coming back. Lee tries to comfort Luna, but the young woman is inconsolable. She feels abandoned, humiliated, and worst of all, used. Not just by her mother, but by the entire fantasy that she allowed herself to believe. Bill tries to reach out, but Luna pulls away, unsure of who she can trust anymore. She disappears from the house, leaving both Bill and Lee scrambling to find her. The episode takes a sharp emotional turn as we see Luna wandering through the city, retracing steps of memories that now feel tainted. She ends up at Forrester Creations, standing alone in one of the design rooms, trying to make sense of everything. Archie finds her there, and in a tender moment of compassion and understanding, he pulls her into an embrace, reminding her that whatever her family is going through, she still has him. Meanwhile, Poppy isn't giving up. She shows up at Il Giardino, of all places, where she runs into Deacon, who sees right through her frantic energy and realizes something big just went down. Poppy tries to charm him into helping her figure out how to win Bill back, but Deacon isn't interested in playing the role of therapist or accomplice. He warns her, Bill's not a man you can lie to twice. If she wants any chance at repairing what's been broken, she better start by telling the truth. The real truth. All of it. But the question remains, can Poppy do that? Or is she too far gone in her own self-created fantasy to admit that she's been living a lie? Back at the Spencer home, Bill is spiraling. He lashes out at his staff, isolates himself in his office, and begins poring over every detail of the past few months with Poppy. He's trying to figure out how he didn't see it, how he let himself be fooled. His thoughts turn to Katie, to Brooke, to every woman who ever warned him to be careful. He wonders if he's cursed to always fall for the wrong one. Or worse, if deep down he likes the chase more than the connection. But more than anything, he's worried about Luna. He's worried that in trying to be a good father, he's ended up repeating the sins of the past, just with a different woman and a different child. Lye, meanwhile, is more resolute than ever. Her disgust toward her sister has morphed into a full-fledged mission. She's not just determined to protect Luna, She's determined to make sure Poppy is exposed to everyone in their world. She heads to Forrester Creations, meets with Ridge and Steffi, and begins laying out everything she knows. It's not about gossip. It's about protecting their family business from someone she sees as toxic and dangerous. She warns them. Poppy will try to use Luna's presence as a way to integrate herself deeper into the Forrester world. But don't let her. Don't trust her. She may be Luna's mother, but that doesn't mean she deserves the family Luna is finally building for herself. On a powerful montage. Bill alone in his office, staring at a framed photo of him and Luna from their first father-daughter lunch. Poppy sitting in her car outside, looking at the Spencer gate, wondering if it's all truly over. Lai watching Luna sleep at the Forrester guest house, her heart breaking for the pain her niece is in. And Luna, caught between the mother she no longer trusts and the father she just found, wondering if either of them ever truly loved her, or if they only loved the idea of her. Friday's episode doesn't just shake the ground beneath the Spencer-Finnegan dynamic. It detonates it. Loyalties will be tested, truths will be demanded, and by the time the dust settles, one thing will be crystal clear. Nothing will ever be the same again. Bill Spencer is done playing the fool. Lai is done staying silent. And Poppy may finally have to face the consequences of the black heart she's hidden for far too long. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our United News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.